Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at a classic from Schaffhausen. This is the IWC GST Chronograph Automatic in stainless steel. Now, the GST lineup during the 1990s embodied everything that collectors and fans of the IWC brand love. It was complicated, it was a platform for sports watches, and it was sort of a crossroads for everything that the company had built its name on since the 1950s. Utilitarian, professional watches with thoughtful design elements, solid engineering, and a Teutonic sensibility. Now, IWC has always been a little bit different from the rest of the Swiss watchmakers. Having originally been founded by an American, it was actually founded in eastern Switzerland on the border with Germany. So whereas most of the Swiss watch industry is to the west, from roughly Geneva, the city, to, and it's pretty much done by Basel, and they speak French there for the most part in the Watch Valley, IWC has always been a German-speaking, German-Swiss watchmaker with a Teutonic sensibility, and that's really embodied in this no-nonsense GST Chrono Automatic. You have a beautiful combination of a legible dial, technical but not busy, a white metal case, polished for contrast and beauty, and just that combination of the dark and the white executed in stainless steel with a chronograph, it just zings me. This watch is the GST Chrono Automatic, a line that ran from roughly 1998 to about 2003, and the one you're looking at here in particular is one of the later models because by the end of 2001, middle of 2002, IWC had pretty much phased out all of its use of tritium on dials, and this model was originally tritium signed. This example is not, so this is one of the latest and last of the great GST Chrono Automatics before the line was eventually folded. Now, like I said, the GST platform combined a lot of threads of IWC history into one sports watch line, and it was really a combination of the sports watch look and complications including dive watches, chronographs, and even alarms. Now, the GST combines the everyday complication, a day date, with the king of complications, a chronograph, and it's a fine one. Based on the automatic winding Valjoux 7750 base movement, IWC has built a watch that is a tank inside and out. Now, it has plenty of versatility to go where you will. I wouldn't take it deep sea diving, but with a 120 meter water resistance rating, it's pretty hardy. It'll go in the pool, it'll go in the surf. I wouldn't jump off the high dive with it, but this is a robust utility instrument, and it's not designed for delicate use, just common sense. The bottom line is IWC built this watch to be everyday useful, whether you are billing hours at a law firm, whether you just need to refer to it for the day and the date, whether you just need to glance at it briefly and catch the time on a highly technical dial. The visibility here is excellent. This watch excels as a basic time-telling instrument, but with the complications, it has that watch nut interest factor that takes it one step beyond the basics, maybe even two steps beyond the basics, because IWC really thought this one out. Now, the case design is an outstanding combination of ergonomics and elegance. Now, you check it out on my wrist, and you can see that this watch wears remarkably comfortable and natural on a 6.3 inch, that's roughly 16 centimeter wrist for our metric friends. My wrist profile, I would say, is kind of oval, so flat on the top, but I'm about average to below average in wrist size. So if you want a highly technical watch, today's market offers a lot of those, but in outlandish sizes, and it's sometimes hard to find a complicated chronograph that fits. That's not the case here with this IWC GST Automatic. This is an outstanding fit, and the fit can get even better, and I'll show you how, because this model debuted IWC's now legendary modular bracelet system. Each one of these little links has that little push button right in the center, so the three-link design has that modular removal system that allows each link to become a sizable link. That's right, every single one of these links becomes a sizing tool. If you want to change the size, you can actually remove these yourself at home without specialized tools. So there's tremendous value here. If you change wrist sizes, if you give the watch as a gift, if you just need to size it after a long period of disuse, you don't need to take it to the jewelers. This is an incredible system because it gives you more adjustability than even other do-it-yourself link changing systems by making the entire bracelet sizable. And you can see that's on both sides. That's a lot of adjustability. And IWC's famed attention to detail, attention to technical details and finishing is in full evidence here. You can see the machine-turned bracelet clasp. Gorgeous. I mean, polished on one side, brushed, and it's basically polished on its flanks, it's brushed on its interior, and it's machine turned on its collapsible portions. That's a lot of thought to put into just a stamped bracelet clasp. But there's more to it than that, because you've also got trigger release, which is my preferred method because it allows for maximum security. You don't have to worry about, for instance, like a first generation Panerai clasp, which is friction closed, popping open here. It's very secure. It stays shut until you don't want it to. And contrast and elegance hasn't been thrown completely to the wind. Despite the tool watch aesthetic, you have a nice combination of polished shoulders, brushed flanks, and then polished center links. Looks very good in person, and the watch is extremely becoming. Also on the top of the case you have a combination of brush and polish, black dial and white metal. Incredibly striking. I think in the Teutonic tradition you can't get much more German Swiss than this IWC GST Chrono Automatic, but as you can see, this one's actually a German speaker based on the day-date language, Sunday today. This is a delightful piece, and it's redolent of the cultural atmosphere in which it was born, but in any language, this watch speaks to the watch enthusiast's heart. This is a fantastic classic by the International Watch Company. It's a bygone era. They don't build watches this straightforward, simple, elegant, refined, and enduring anymore. And I think a lot of people have been grousing about the styling trends of the current IWC regime. So if you're part of that group, consider this IWC GST Chrono Automatic not just a classic from the late 90s, early 2000s, and a real throwback. It's an everyday watch with features that are practical, whether you're billing hours in a law firm, whether you're timing food on the grill. With that date, you're going to refer to it every day of the year. There isn't a single day when you don't need a day and a date to reference for official purposes. And because it has that black dial and white metal combination, it wears just as well with a bathing suit as it does with a business suit. It's welcome anywhere. Bedroom, boardroom, or boardwalk. This is a fantastic collectible available from watchyouwant.com. This is the IWC GST Chrono Automatic in stainless steel. It's available with full IWC boxes, papers, accessories, hang tag, everything you would have received at the IWC factory authorized dealer back in the Y2K era comes with this IWC GST Chrono Automatic. Check it out on our website, watchyouwant.com, and if you're an IWC diehard, I have a feeling that this GST Chrono Automatic will be the watch you want.